Right, now this is recording. Right guys, so as of this recording, it is 2:54 on Wednesday, and of this video today, there needs to be an update with what's been going on. And now I'm going to explain what has been going on, and out of the most easiest thing, and I've came prepared for this video. So everything that I'm talking about will be freely. Some I'm having to read because I'm using my words very carefully here, guys. Because again, I don't mean no harm, I don't mean no hate or anything towards these people. And this is where I need to have a say. Right, let's get on the first topic here. Two situations I had. So topic one, if you didn't know, or maybe you were aware, I removed about 5-6 videos off my channel, and obviously a lot of you were not happy. Unfortunately, a few weeks back I lost 10 subs when I removed them, and I regained them back the next week. And I was lucky enough when the whole documentary such and such came out, because I regained them back from that video, which I don't know how that works, honestly, but I'm glad I'm still back at 55. But I did actually almost, literally my YouTube thing nearly got ruined. And this is where, it has to come into play what I need to talk about here. So, hold on guys. Camera goes not the best there. Right, so I'm going to take this very carefully with caution. So I'm keeping them anonymous, but in the process through this year, you were aware I did some collab videos with a bunch of friends, and unfortunately one of them just didn't want to be in the videos, which, I do respect. He didn't want to be in the videos, which I was fine with if he didn't want to be in them in the beginning. If he said he didn't want to be in them, or if he did, which he did agree to be in them, just let it out. He did agree to be on video. He did want to be on YouTube, on camera, out there in the world. And that was before May, if I believe. I know there was some videos before May, or if there wasn't, you can remind me in the comments. But I'm not saying what happened in May. And one thing I will say I will hold accountable for is not removing them. But what I felt like should have happened, in my opinion, which I know he knows that I'm not a horrible person. I've always came across, as a nice, genuine person, and out for the respect, I did the right thing, because at one point I was very, very defensive about it. And what I mean very defensive is that because if you didn't know, I reached about 100 uploads on this channel. And when obviously he told us what happened in May, he didn't go in full detail, which I'm not going to in this video or at all at this point. But something happened, and technically he only wanted me to remove one. And that was only what he wanted. He said he didn't want to be in one of them, he was uncomfortable. And then it started spreading. Someone else asked me to request, and then obviously other things got involved, and I was like, right, fair enough, I'll do that now. But what really did not stick with me, and unfortunately this is, another hard thing again, in terms of bringing people onto YouTube is not telling us afterhand on situations. Because if you have a situation, you know, outside of YouTube, and if you ask, which, you know, I'm not getting involved in this scenario, I am saying as my opinion is that I'm not getting involved in terms of bad stuff or the law, but I will say is that I did find it not good when he told me, I was not happy when it came to when someone else told me instead of him coming to me. And I felt like he should have been he should have done the responsible way by coming to me and telling me. But what kind of annoyed me more was he didn't come in like the responsible way and coming to telling me otherwise. And obviously, instead of him doing the right thing, telling me to remove all of the videos, someone else done it for him. And this was, again, at a point where I reached 100 subs. No, not 100 subs, 100 videos I meant. This is where I reached 100 videos. And it did really good in terms of views. And then Wednesday came around 1 week and the message from someone else. I'm keeping anonymous as well. I'm not spreading anything. I'm just saying, keeping everyone anonymous on this video. But Anonymous told me, out of such and such requests, do you mind taking them down? And basically understood what I was going through and everything throughout the process. It really, I did not like it one bit, guys, because I worked really hard on this channel. And with me, when I deleted those videos, it actually felt like a bullet to my heart. It did, because I worked really hard. Obviously, because it's a little milestone. Instead of subs, it's 100 uploads. And I know it's not like a big deal, but when you think of it for, like, again, small content creators like me and everyone else who go over like a certain amount of subs or a certain amount of views they get or how many videos they've done in general, normally you'll be surprised, because that's what every content creator gets surprised about in their journeys or in their humble beginnings. And unfortunately, you know, that was taken away, unfortunately, in probably the worst timing, because it should have handled much better than this. It should have done. But I know to be the better person, and, you know, I did the right thing. I removed them out of the request. I'm not, as I said, I'm not getting involved in other parts of it. But the thing is, at the end of it, I've moved on. I have moved on from them, and I moved on for the greater good, because beforehand I was already having friendship problems anyway. And obviously, unfortunately, you know, I have made, you know, 2 decisions. Obviously, this one I have unfortunately moved on. I've moved on from him. I am no longer in contact with him, and I hope, you know, he understands that he is, you know, he's lost a good friend, you know, because I know deep down it is, you know, something he should have done first was come to me properly instead of asking for the request from someone else. But other than that, yeah. Topic 2. Now, this one is something I really need to talk about quite a lot here. If you don't know, I'm keeping anonymous because I have recently got him off most of my socials and stuff, because I felt like he's not worth my time anymore. And again, this feels like everyone I've been on YouTube, not every single person, but anyone who I bring onto the fold always has a certain vendetta or an issue with us, and turns that into something. And, you know, unfortunately, a long-term friend has obviously been ungrateful. So basically, I'm keeping him anonymous, but there has been, I think he has this coming. He has this coming. And I know he's probably going to watch this. It's going to probably be a hard thing to understand, but this is the right decision. So, if you don't know, I made a documentary and I've worked on it for about half a year. Maybe a little longer, but half a year, right? And I have worked so hard on it, despite, the only issue is just, the framework, because obviously at the moment, I'm still learning till this day about using softwares and stuff and what's best and what's not. This was just like, a taste of how I can handle documentaries and stuff. And this was just my first one, like, guys. So like the next one I do, which is for Liam Moore, that will be better because it won't have those frame issues. Because in every single thing I make, I will always make them better. I always improve, and that is what I do in terms of projects and YouTube exclusives. But going back to this topic, right? So I've known him for a while. I made a couple of videos. He's been in a vlog. I made reviews on his stuff and whatnot. And, I'll always cherish that. I'll always cherish, memories and everything. I'll always remember them. But it's gone to a point now where I feel like I need to address this on YouTube. Not just, it's not a friendship thing for YouTube, because one thing I want to get off straight here, because some of you have been asking what has been going on with the whole situation here in terms of not uploading right now. And at the moment, I'm more clear in my head. I am in a good place now. It took me a few days to understand what I am going through and the choices I've made so far right now. I am happy with. I am now happy with the people I'm with. I'm happy with everyone who has been supporting me throughout this journey. I am happy with everyone who I've had along the way. And unfortunately, I've made the decision for this other one because there was no helpfulness. Like, he was not being really helpful in terms of promotion. And because it's all about him. And I, fully respect him every way. But unfortunately, what really made it really upsetting here is that, he was kind of, I feel like, being quite selfish, that he did not do any help with it, because he only mentioned it once. But come to the last week of release on Friday, there was nothing. And obviously, Monday went by. I was like, fair enough, he might be busy. Tuesday, Wednesday went by. I was like, maybe he's doing it on a different day. A couple of days, the day before, leading up to it, nothing. On the day, nothing. And that really, really annoyed the hell out of us. And it has really took a toll. It really got in my head a little bit. But now that I'm cleared up from it, I'm happy with the decision I've made. And I know he's watching this thinking, why have I done it? Why have I got him out of my social medias? Because I'm making, because if you don't know, guys, throughout YouTube, whenever I bring someone on the fold, whenever something bad happens or something down the line goes not right in a serious way, there's always something behind the scenes other than YouTube. And when people have a certain problem, obviously problems occur. And obviously for this one, this is different, this situation. Because the thing is, I've known this guy for a while. He used to be one of my long-term friends, and unfortunately, I am making the decision to move on. And I know it's like one of those things, right? Where knowing like a long-term friend for all your life. And obviously it's not the best thing to move on from. But with me, you know, getting to the age now where you come to terms with who you're happy to keep in touch with or the friends you have in life. And at this point, I'm actually happy with the people who I still talk to. And the people on YouTube I talk to, I'm happy, comfortable with. Like anyone being on my audience or anyone who enjoys my content, no matter what, I'll always listen to everyone and everyone's opinion and everything and keep it respectful. But the only thing obviously with this situation, you know, friends are like important in life as well, because like you have friends that support you, friends that help you with projects, or friends, you know, that just want to spend time with you. You know, you have that freedom to hang out with others who you choose to be friends with. And if you want to be in that environment, then yes. And I believe now I have made the right call here. And this is, you know, not me signing off or anything, but this is me like moving on from some things in my past, which I think now, in my opinion, is the right choice. And now with YouTube here, in terms of YouTube and how this is going to affect anything else, it's not. The only thing that might be different to come to September is that there'll be more like sit down vlogs than walking around. There might be still stuff like me standing, whatnot, but when I vlog now, I will be in like a cafe or somewhere sitting down instead, because I am taking it easy now with vlogs, because that's only one change that's going to be happening with vlogs, is that there won't be as much walking about, just in case for health and safety concerns, and also because it's much easier doing them sitting down, because I enjoy doing videos like this anyway, more than like the ones I stand and do. So you might see more videos of me in this background in particular, and I think you might actually like it. I think it's something different. Again, it's always like I always adapt to different things. But yeah, and I hope, you know, everyone understands that, you know, in life, you know, you're not always going to be friends with people who are long term. Like sometimes you can have friends who you have had for a long time, then some down the line you won't. No, and obviously, unfortunately, you know, I'm making the decision. And, you know, this has been a really, really long year. This has been not in terms of a bad year, but it has been a rocky year in terms of my YouTube and a little bit of my personal life, which I'm not getting into a little bit. But one thing, you know, I'm happy with is with good, even though I've had like not the best in terms of this year, in terms of YouTube and a little bit behind closed doors, but you know, good stuff. Like obviously I'm going to a different location now, so there'll be something new in September, because I'll be moving to a better place, let's say. But other than that, now I hope this was worth your time. I know people might not be interested in this video, but this is basically letting you know why I have not been uploading and what has been going on. And I felt like I need to get all this off my chest as well. And I feel proud for this. I feel happy that I came out telling you about this. I feel I'm happy on camera telling you this. Now that one part, like I will say, one part of this I had to read a little bit. Like part of this was kind of a little bit scripted, but everything else, like the first quarter of it was real of scripted parts. So the first part of a real scripted part was topic 1, but everything else real. So what was real is the second topic, which was the documentary thing and the friendship thing. That is real. So just so you are aware what was scripted, which one was not, because I had to read off something, guys, because obviously I had to be careful with the first one, but other than that, yeah. Let me just get that away, and then I'll tell you one last thing. And thank you everyone, you know, who's still on this journey with me, who's still supporting me. And I hope yous share my videos, spread the word, bring the danger movement, bring the 2.0 as multiple genres, film, TV show, as I'll be doing YouTube exclusives non-stop, and also other projects in the future. Be looking forward to them. And thank you for the support, and I mean that. And now I will see you in the next video, which I'll be going back doing I'll be going back doing my reviews. I'll be doing a good review later on this week, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm choosing not to do an intro and outro of this video. I just needed to get this done, guys, but thank you.